As a small business leader, you probably pride yourself on running a responsible operation. You've done the work to assess your hazards, put together written programs, provided training to ensure that you have a safe workplace. Yet, you may be noticing that your employees aren't quite truly engaged in safety, and you might be beginning to wonder maybe if it's the personalities of the people that you have on staff. Well, I hate to bust your bubble, but your workers aren't the issue. Poor safety engagement stems from weak strategic and cultural approaches, and these things are squarely in the wheelhouse of leadership. You'll continue to see issues with your engagement until you decide to adopt the mindset of the 1%. My name is Denise, and for over 2 decades, I have helped small and mid-sized organizations just like yours build robust environmental health and safety compliance programs while saving hundreds of thousands of dollars in fines, injury costs, implementation expenses, and reputational damage. And in today's video, I'm sharing the 5 mindset shifts that you as a leader must make to foster safety engagement like the top 1% does. These are tactics you can start using today, and I've seen them in action, so I know that they work. And you should pay close attention to number 4. It's a true gem that most companies often fail to consider, but it can completely transform your efforts to encourage worker involvement in safety. So with that, let's get into it. The walk the talk mindset shift isn't just about saying you care about safety. It's about demonstrating it through your actions every single day. It means leaders model the safe behaviors they expect from their employees consistently and without exception. There is no do as I say, not as I do here. It's about genuine commitment from the top. So, how do you walk the talk? It's the simplest things that often make the biggest impact. If you require safety glasses in a certain area, you wear them. If you expect pre-shift safety checks, you participate in them or you visibly support those who do. When you're on the shop floor, actively point out and commend the safe practices you see, or gently correct the unsafe ones that you observe. For example, if you're a construction business owner visiting a site, make sure your hard hat is on before you step out of your vehicle, not after. Or if you manage a manufacturing process, personally scan work areas to ensure that machine guards are properly in place, instead of just assuming that they are. Your visible adherence to safety protocols sets the standard and signals that safety is a non-negotiable value, not just a set of rules. This first shift, walk the talk, lays a rock-solid foundation for trust and credibility. Without it, everything else we discussed today will fall flat. If your team sees you cutting corners, why would they bother going the extra mile? This attitude is about truly nurturing a safety-first culture, proving that safety isn't just a poster on the wall, but a lived reality for everyone, starting with you. So, you see how crucial walk the talk is for building that foundational trust. It's the first step towards a safety culture where safety isn't just a rule book, but it's a deeply ingrained habit. If you're running a small to mid-sized manufacturing operation and you're finally ready to dig a little deeper into transforming your safety culture from the ground up, I've got a special surprise for you. It's a comprehensive guide that will help you do just what you want. It's called Blueprint for a Safer Tomorrow, Enhancing Safety Culture in Small and Mid-Sized Manufacturing. And it's packed full of actionable strategies you can start implementing right now. Be sure to grab your free copy. The link is in the description below. Our next shift, forget command and control, is about letting go of the old school top-down approach where leaders dictate safety rules and expect unquestioning obedience. Instead, it's about fostering a culture of shared responsibility and empowerment. It's moving from a I tell you what to do mentality to one of how can we all contribute to a safer work environment. To implement this strategy, start by involving your employees in safety discussions and decision making. Don't just tell them about a new safety procedure. Ask for their input about how to make it practical and effective for them. Hold regular informal safety huddles where everyone can share observations, concerns, and suggestions. For instance, instead of just issuing a new lockout tagout procedure, gather a small team of employees who will regularly employ the practices during their servicing and maintenance duties. Ask them, what are the real world challenges here? How can we make this process safer and more efficient for you? Empower them to identify hazards and propose solutions. You're not abdicating authority or responsibility by doing this, but you are tapping into the invaluable frontline knowledge your employees possess. Ditching the command and control mentality is crucial because it transforms employees from passive recipients of rules to active participants in safety. When employees own safety, they're not just following your standards, they're invested in the outcome. This shift unlocks a whole new level of engagement, making safety a collaborative effort rather than a bothersome chore. A+ communication and safety isn't just about sending out memos or having annual training sessions. It's about clear, consistent, and empathetic communication. Communication that resonates with your employees, making safety information accessible, understandable, and relevant to their daily work. It means moving beyond simply informing to truly engaging your workforce. So how do you achieve A+ communication? First, simplify your language. Ditch the jargon, speak plainly and directly. Second, vary your communication channels. Don't rely solely on emails. Use visual aids, short videos, team huddles, and even one-on-one conversations. Third, make it a two-way street. This is critical. Actively solicit feedback and questions and truly listen to what your employees are saying. For example, instead of just posting a new SDS sheet, hold a brief meeting to explain the key hazards and the controls in plain English, and then ask everyone, what questions do you have about this chemical? Or after a safety incident, communicate the lessons learned clearly and transparently rather than just assigning blame. Focus on how to prevent recurrence. A+ communication is the connective tissue of an elite safety culture. When your employees truly understand why safety measures are in place and how they directly benefit them, they are far more likely to embrace them. The A+ communication shift ensures that safety isn't just a directive, but a shared understanding, paving the way for truly proactive engagement. But let's be honest, transforming your communication within a manufacturing environment may feel like a heavy lift. That's why enhancing safety culture in small to mid-sized manufacturing is your next essential read. Remember, the link to this free resource and other useful tools are waiting for you in the video description below. All right, this approach is the true gem that I mentioned earlier, and it's often overlooked. It's something that I learned while I was teaching school many years ago, and I have employed it during my environmental health and safety career. Meeting employees where they are means you recognize that everyone has different learning styles, different motivations, and different daily pressures. It's about tailoring your safety approach to fit their realities rather than forcing them into a rigid, one-size-fits-all mold. How do you do this? It starts with observation and empathy. Spend time on the floor, observing how employees actually work, not just how the procedure says that they should. Understand their routines, their challenges, and their perspectives. Then adapt your safety messages and training accordingly. For example, if you have a significant portion of your workforce who are visual learners, incorporate more diagrams and videos and hands-on demonstrations into your training program. On the contrary, if you have employees who are constantly on the move, consider using short, digestible safety messages delivered via text or quick huddles rather than a lengthy sit-down session. The goal is for everyone to participate. By being attentive and flexible, you help to spark the desire to get involved in safety. This shift, meeting employees where they are, is absolutely transformative because it acknowledges the human element in safety. When you tailor your approach to resonate with individual employees, you remove the barriers to understanding and engagement. It makes safety feel less like an imposed burden and more like a helpful resource, fostering a deeper sense of collaboration and personal responsibility. Too often, safety programs focus on what goes wrong, incidents, near misses, disciplinary actions. This final mindset shift is all about flipping that script. It's about proactively recognizing and celebrating safe behaviors and positive safety contributions, encouraging the actions that you want to see more of. It cultivates positive reinforcement instead of putting punishment at the forefront. So, how do you reward the positive without feeling like it's a bribe or without it becoming an entitlement? The reward doesn't have to be monetary. Even the smallest piece of genuine recognition can go a long way. Simple verbal appreciation definitely fits that bill. Publicly acknowledge employees who consistently follow your safety procedures, that report near misses, or offer valuable safety suggestions. Implement a safety champion program where employees can nominate their peers for outstanding safety efforts. For instance, if an employee proactively identifies a potential hazard and addresses it before it becomes an issue, highlight their vigilance in a team meeting or a company newsletter. If a team consistently maintains a spotless safety record, celebrate their achievement with a team lunch or a small award. The key here is to make these recognitions regular, visible, and sincere. Rewarding the positive is the ultimate catalyst for sustained safety engagement. When employees feel seen and appreciated for their safety efforts, it enforces those behaviors and prompts others to follow suit. This shift creates a virtuous cycle where a positive safety culture naturally thrives, propelling your business towards elite levels of safety performance. It also solidifies your leadership as truly invested in employee well-being. And there you have it. The 5 mindset shifts that leaders need to make in small and mid-sized businesses to cultivate elite employee engagement and safety. Remember, the problem isn't with your workers. The issue stems from you not adopting the mindset of the 1%. The leaders that understand that true safety engagement comes from within, by fostering a culture of trust, empowerment, and proactive recognition. By walking the talk, forgetting about command and control, focusing on A+ communication, meeting employees where they are, and rewarding the positive, you're not just improving your safety record. You're building a stronger, more resilient, and productive workforce. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more insights on building robust environmental and safety compliance programs. Also, don't forget to snag your free copy of our Enhancing Safety Culture Blueprint. You can find the link to it and other helpful tools in the resources section of this video's description. And if you're eager to find out more about the benefits robust EHS compliance can bring to your operations, check out the video on your screen. Thanks for watching, and stay safe, environmentally aware, and productive. Until next time.